Hello and welcome back to Sutton Farm. So, where we left last time, yesterday evening, we just got our field drilled and slurried and the weeds had invaded big style. So we're back up our top farm here and we need to get the sprayer down as quickly as possible. We'll leave the row crops on it, not ideal for our first trip onto the field, but I have a feeling we're going to need them elsewhere as well. So we just need to have a little back up and get a bit close to our tank of herbicide there. Get that on board. Now, since the last on here, Upper Sutton Farm has been handed back into our care. The person taking it on has decided to set their own farm up elsewhere on here now, so they've handed their buildings back to us. So we now have extra storage at this end of the area as well. Might come in useful once we get going again. So there's a bit of extra storage space there if we need it for seed or anything. So nice early start this morning. Let's just let the mist clear a bit before we can go spraying. So 7 o'clock in the morning. Let's head back down the other yard to Lower Sutton. Bit of a pain, we've got to do a pre-emergent herbicide on that field. I was hoping we'd get away without doing that. Obviously not this time. This looks like it's going to be a nice sunny day, and the talk of rain didn't come to anything. So we stayed late last night and finished for no reason. Always the way, if we hadn't have done it, it would have rained. So the other farm will have access through our tracks and through Lower Sutton Farm to get out this way if they need to. We've got no problem with access routes through our trackways there. Makes it a bit easier for everyone then. May come a point we need to go through their land to get through to things as well. There's a bit of give and take as needed. We've got quite a bit of spraying to do. We have to get our tank out. We've got a water tank and we need to get a spray bowser sorted now. Boy, does this field look a mess. Looked lovely after we drilled it and then this lot invaded. The grass is growing on our track there. Let's get ourselves unfolded. Not quite sure what's happened to the track, but we now have grass on it. Strange. I think that does something as well. Keep our tracks clear. Back up into the corner. There we go. Let's nuke the weeds. What a mess this looks. Yeah, I soon get this tidied up. So 36 metres again, won't take too long with this to do that. Get in touch with our agronomist and see if there's anything else what needs spraying on the farm. Have the idea there may be another couple of fields that need doing at the moment. A bit of swing in that corner to miss that pole. Should be the time we need to spray this field because there's low input barley when it comes to chemicals. There's all natural fertilisers on it. Just one dose of herbicide hopefully. This herbicide doesn't work on grass weeds, so if we do overspray the margins a bit, it's not going to be the end of the world. Just a bit awkward again. Not a big fan of the tracking grow bar. Certainly cleaning the field up nicely, that's for certain. I have no complaints from me about effectiveness of the herbicide on here. Instant impact. There was mention of this farm being organic, but it was decided against it. So it'd be hard work keeping the yields up if we went organic on here, unfortunately. Looks like the weeds invaded the potato crop at the same time. Bit of an issue. It's too late to do anything about them in there though. Maybe not, that is killing them as well. I don't think they're going to affect the yield at this late stage though. I don't think the potatoes need spraying off, they look dead enough. Normally we'd give them a dose of a contact herbicide just to kill the tops off on them. Looks like they're alright at the moment. The topper on the harvest will take care of the weeds in there. Early morning is always a good time to go spraying, usually earlier than this. On this occasion, it's a bit too misty for the herbicide to actually do what we wanted it to earlier. Just let it clear out a little bit. Last thing we want to do is put herbicide into damp atmosphere. Sticks in the mist droplets. Still see the film of slurry over the field. We really must get on with our combining very shortly. Have a chat with our other landowner locally and see what their plans are for harvest. And get some trailer drivers in. I'm not short of grain storage, so that's not a problem there. Killing the weeds off. Pigs want cleaning up again, so we'll probably do that once we've sprayed this field. Run up here with the Mahindra, which is in the yard near the potato harvest still. We got a lift back last night, so we bring this down this morning. I knew we'd need the Mahindra down this end. Not worried if we miss a few weeds right on the edge of the field. Grass track isn't the end of the world. That'll help bind it together so it doesn't get so wet. I have to look at putting some planings down on it if it turns into a bit of a wet socky track at any point. I hope we got enough herbicide to do this. We had about 4,000 litres in the spray when we came up here. At least we can quite clearly see where we've been with this, unlike the slurry tank last night. We use the Manitou or the 8340s to clear the pig feed up. We haven't got any more straw to give them at the minute, which is one of the priorities for getting that field combined. We need to get some straw into stock. We're doing well at the moment anyway. Teach Mother Nature who's in charge on this field at the moment. Weeds are not going to win. We are. Do without them spoiling our yield on here. Another nice handy field for straw on this one. Nice and close to the pig, so we ain't got too far to cart up. The furthest fields, unless anyone else needs the straw in here, will be chopped. And we'll get all the straw we need off these two fields. I'll leave the straw on the one behind us when we combine that and bale that up. And we'll leave the straw on this one when we combine this one a bit later on. Probably be more bales we want in these two, so even this one may end up getting chopped yet. So yeah, it's going to be an area of cooperation on here between us all. And anyone needs a hand will be able to do it. That's the general idea. Former tenant of Upper Sutton Farm has got a combine or two as well. If we can run all four together, then we'll really be knocking some ground out with them. We still got to have a word with him, see what he's doing with the combines. Or whether we'll be doing everything harvest-wise. Him driving one of our combines. They're looking tidier now. Shame we got dead weeds all over the field, but it's certainly tidied the field up. Should be able to close the gate on this field now until harvest time. Shouldn't be any more weeds come on here now. Put a residual herbicide on it. That's one which stays behind in the soil, stop weeds germinating. As it's selective, it won't affect the barley we drilled on here. I'll make 2 more widths of sprayer here, I believe. And 1 full one and a part one. So scoots again. One from the Cambridgeshire border gauze. Well, that's brought our field back nicely into how it should be. Clean, fertilised, ready to grow as a good crop of spring barley. So we're going to have to get ourselves a spray bowser for this on this farm. We can't have to keep running to the shop every time we need to fill up with herbicide. We've got a dolly on the fast track. We've got a lorry, so it would make sense for us to have a spray bowser. It's used for liquid fertiliser if needed, but mostly for herbicide. Get ourselves a qualified bowser driver on here. Well, yours truly can do it. Just be a few weeds left, I think. Very small strip to my left, and one to the right as well. This time the weeds are all going. If I've missed a bit, we'll get in it. Not leaving a weed on here in the field. Thing is, the crop isn't up yet, so we're not going to damage anything. Let's get our folder spray. Try that again. Let's get our sprayer folded up. Our folder sprayed up. Just take it steady till that's all in. No, we shouldn't really drive along doing this, but we want to get on this morning. Head our way back to the yard now. Leave this sitting down here. I think we may well gravel that roadway up there in the course of time. Let's go and clean our little piggies up. Or the chops part of the farm. We've done the crops part for this one, let's get on with the chops part. Weed in the corn there, but never mind. Hopefully they'll get on to do some combine a bit later. Pigs are messy eaters up here. We got 7/840s in here. Over a bit. We've got our Manitou. Let's take 7/840 this time. Rough around the pigs there, normal fashion for a pig field. Might be a bit hard to clean up. Just back up a bit. Tip the bucket down. There, buddy. Messy little eaters these things are. Keeps nicely topped up though. That one cleaned up, one down, 3 to go. Messy little creatures. No table manners whatsoever, these things. This is the new of our 8340s. We've got one New Holland 8340, one Ford 8340 on this job. No sense having too good a tractor for doing this thing. We get no real hard work as such. Got both loaders on to help out. Fitted with the barrel spike, one can style it, one with the bucket. We've got Manitou with the bucket as well. We've got plenty of backup if anything breaks down up here. That's the main thing. One thing you don't need on the livestock unit is something breaking down that's the only machine. Got to be fed every day, so we've got to keep the machinery in good condition to feed it every day. Hopefully the pressure washers will be installed up here before long. So short feed in this trough. How many pigs we're up to now? We're breeding at a fair rate. No, we're short of pigs on here. No point having a breeder unit. Still yet to get the pig trailer. I've got animal transport yet. These tractors have not got suspension on them at this age, so I'll be a bit careful how we go around the bumps on here. It's the hardest one to clean up, so it's got a bit of a dip right as we need to get the bucket down. Let's try and get in this pen from the other direction. Clean up. Rather large hole there. Well, we don't want one. We don't want the lads to come and fill that in for us. Have a go from this way. Be a bit easier. See, each pen has got a different breed of pigs in, so we keep them all separate. Good to have a bit of a selection of breeds at times. Piggy's fed well. Should be alright for water still, hopefully. We've got the fast track down the second farm ready anyway. We do get the second birds, but I'll make sure we don't get the two mixed up. Don't really want to give the pigs herbicide to drink if we can avoid it. Do them a lot of good. Certainly not the type of herbicide we'll use there. Selected ones aren't too good at times. Designed to be drunk. A lot of them we use wouldn't do them a lot of harm, but some of them would do. See some good old holes in this track way up here from how long the pig's been on there, especially this one. Right, that's our piggies all cleaned up for the day. Happy little piggies in there, all ready to go. So, as we've got the pigs cleaned up and the spraying done, I think that's where we'll leave it for now. So I'll say thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye for now.